Color Studies, Courtney Fisher, Semester 1, Student Number n8871400. A look into the fast food restaurants and how lighting and color can be affected and used effectively to both manipulate clients and show future perspectives. The use of color in this light is very minimal, as it is used often in fast food restaurants within the painting set out and the color scheme throughout the restaurant. Lights have not traditionally drawn much focus, and I would like this to continue on through the use of my light. This lighting that I have designed is almost entirely based on the light itself and how it is viewed by the customer. Therefore, the color that has been used is just a simple timber veneer with a light varnish. This is to create a natural color scheme that does not draw attention while staying away from metal tones that can be taken as too cold and uninviting. As you can see, the main structure consists of 3 separate boxes. Each box has a different and important technical ability behind it. For example, the first box closest to the top is there simply for the hanging purposes. It is there to hold up the main light and provide a structure on which everything else will be hung. The middle structure, which is made of perspex, is simply to display the front-facing lights. These lights were originally designed to draw people in as a way of bringing them into the space, as a way of drawing them into the fast food restaurant. This has been utilized and shown through the bright LED lights that face out forward through the perspex while still being contained within the perspex box, wanting the clients to come closer, drawing them in, and showing them that this restaurant can be inviting. The joins used within this perspex box are simple mortise and tenon joints that have been created using laser cutter and also some fire laying and butt joining. This has been created and molded through glue, which will be the same process in the larger scaled model. The third box is the most important, as it shows customers that they are welcome within the space. There is a pattern created along the ground when light is passed through the cut-out grid that has been placed on the bottom of the box. As noted in this slide, you can see the grid has been created out of 10mm slots. These slots were specially made so that when hung from a high distance, the squares would still be visible and quite intact. Any larger and the squares would have been more difficult to see when they were projected onto the floor. I believe that this size of square has been chosen specifically so that the customer will be able to view the squares and still be intrigued by what they see without it getting too blurry or being too condensed. The joints in this box are simple mortise and tenon joints, just as was mentioned previously. However, they have been sanded and chiseled down so that the edges are curved, as to avoid any sharp edges and possible injuries from customers as well as employees. The feeling that is being aimed to be created by this light is an overall curiosity. From the moment that the customer sees the light, they will be drawn into the space in which it is held. They will want to know what is creating such a bright light, and then on the floor, what is creating such an ambient and scented light. From looking and being drawn in by this light, they will then be pressured to consume more of the fast food restaurant's quality food. From drawing them in from a simple fast food aspect and then having them stay from the intriguing squares created on the ground, this light overall creates an air of customer service and intriguing quality that each fast food restaurant would wish to obtain, and this is why this light is such a valuable and strong design.